What is going on, guys? Today we are going to be taking a bunch of viewer questions and answering them rapid fire in this episode. It's going to be high value. We're going to talk about a lot of subjects and we're going to get a lot of things out on the table. This video is sponsored by Lord Hair, who is sponsoring education inside of the hair system community. Now let's jump right into the video, shall we? So the first question is from Emmanuel. He says, "Hey Jake, thanks for your videos. They are so helpful. I have a question. Do you use 99 or 70% isopropyl for removal? My salon in Germany is selling a cleaning tonic based on isopropyl, special for hair systems, and now I'm looking to see if any normal isopropyl works because the products are so expensive." Yeah, so with this right here, if you're going to use isopropyl alcohol for removal, just go ahead and get a 99% isopropyl alcohol. Water inside of isopropyl alcohol, that's 70%, isn't going to do anything. The 90% is going to be a little bit stronger and get you to the job. Now, if you want to save a ton of money, one way that you can get your hair system off easy is you can actually just go in the shower and put some hot water on the hairline and start pulling it back. Although if you do put water on the hairline and you do put a lot of pressure on your front hairline, you may lose some hairs a bit early, prematurely. So keep that in mind. And also I recommend that you use a solvent for your actual adhesive cleanup. I find it works a little bit better than isopropyl in my particular case, but with this right here, you don't need to be buying expensive products that a special place is selling you. Next up, Pack says, "So not to be a creeper, but you clearly work out. Have you found a bond or base that works better while sweating?" I have. So for me, I like the hybrid base if you are going to be sweating a lot while you're working out and you live in a hot environment, because it allows heat to dissipate. Any kind of hair system that doesn't allow heat to dissipate, you run the risk of kind of itchiness and uncomfortability. It's up to every single person, but that is one of the things that I have experienced and other people have commented below. So get a hybrid system with polyperimeter, makes it very, very easy. And with the polyperimeter, when you use tape, I find that it works a lot better. Now, acrylic adhesives are going to be a lot more stable and handle sweating, water, all that kind of stuff a lot better than silicone-based stuff. So that is something to consider as well. As of right now, I've been experimenting with using ultra hold tape all around and then a liquid adhesive up front, which has been having some interesting results, but we can talk about that another time. In this comment right here, we see Mountain Evergreen says, "I would never ever date a guy with a wig, so fake." Cool. Now, the reason that I brought this up, guys, is if you ever run across anybody that treats you different because you wear a hair system, because you're doing something that makes you feel better about yourself, they're not your true friends. If you are doing this and it makes you feel better, more confident, and it looks natural, go on, you crazy person. Do your thing. Next up, this is an email I got from Samir. It says, "Hey Jake, hope this email finds you well. I'll be having my first hair system fitted after years of fighting hair loss. I'm quite anxious as to whether it might end up looking synthetic. Do you think a hair system can look entirely undetectable and natural? Any advice you can give someone for myself who's starting out with hair systems?" Thanks for this question, Samir. So first off, I'm excited for you to go on this journey. I think it's going to be great for you. Do I think a hair system can look entirely undetectable and natural? Well, depends on your definition of entirely undetectable and natural. Like if someone is going to inspect your hair Sherlock Holmes style and see if it's coming out of your scalp, no, it's not going to pass the test. Is it going to pass the test if it looks halfway decent? You get the right density, the right color, all this kind of stuff? Yeah, absolutely. I've had people in my life, real people, not people on the internet, but real people that see me, and when they saw that I was wearing a system, they were like, "Why didn't you have your hair grown out before? Your hair is great and has great texture," and stuff like that. Just goes to show that we think that people notice a lot more than they do, and for the most part, hair systems, when they're done right, can look extremely natural. I show you guys all parts of my life. I don't just doctor myself up with like makeup and reinstall my hair system every single day to keep it looking 100% best. I just show you the real me. Some days it looks better, some days it doesn't. Some days it needs to be replaced, some days it's just replaced. Sometimes I've had my hair system on for 2 weeks and I still make a video because content never sleeps. But so you see what's going on, And also keep in mind, people aren't actually looking for that. Next up is Humberto Barajas. He says, actually, Chuck Norris doesn't wear hair systems wear Chuck Norris. I just thought this was a funny comment that was on my video, which was talking about celebrities who wear hair systems. Next up is Domocus. He says, hi Jake, does this adhesive hold at the front? He's talking about Ultra Hold in this video. I'm using TDI Super Grip glue and it turns white under heavy sweating and completely loses adhesion even if I wait 24 hours before working out. Great question. So Ultra Hold does not turn white. White adhesives that turn white are probably a silicone-based adhesive. People report this with Ghost Bond as well. If you get acrylic adhesives, even like a liquid Ultra Hold, it's not going to turn white at all. What I do notice though, as you know, acrylic starts soaking up some of your sweat, like after about a week and a half of having my hair system on, the Ultra Hold tape starts taking a little bit of a yellowish tinge to it, which, you know, on a poly base or something like that, you know, can start to show through a little bit if I'm being 100% honest. But on a day-to-day basis, no, it never turns white. So that's not something you have to worry about. That's with silicone adhesives. Next up, we have Andy C. He says, Jake, I just went to a hair salon that customizes hair systems. This was my first ever hair system. I'm very disappointed in the results. The stylist attached my hair and did the cut in for a poly unit with a lace front. On the drive home, I noticed 2 large wrinkles in the system. And when I got home, there were several lifts in the front hairline and also in the back. The biggest disappointment is how thick and puffy the hair is. I believe it is either medium or medium light system. All I wanted was the basic side swept style without a part in between the puffiness and shortness of the hair. It's not working. I don't know what to do. It just feels like way too much hair, more hair than when I was a teen. Well, one, there's a possibility that even medium light is still too dense for you. I don't know how old you are and I don't know your hair texture. But one of the things that we need to keep in mind is when you first get a hair system installed, it is going to be puffy. You know, it's been curled around rods. It's been given a particular wave to it. And for the first like really 1 to 2 washes, I find that a hair system has an unnatural level of bounce, but as soon as it's worn in, looks a lot better. So this is kind of comparable to like if you get a new pair of running shoes or you get ski boots, right? You have to break those things in for them to actually kind of work better with you and to kind of have like some hair memory, if you will. Ride that one out if you're ever experiencing that and you get a new hair system and you find that it doesn't look exactly like you want it to, just wait a couple days. Next up, the 2 wrinkles that you're experiencing inside the system, that's something that I've had happen with those that are not trained with putting on hair systems, namely my girlfriend, if I'm being honest. I had to help her and train her so that way we don't get those wrinkles anymore. And really it's finesse in the way that someone is actually installing your hair system. If they don't have the right pressure applied horizontally and also vertically, like meaning, you know, it's got to have tension on it as it's being laid down, it can get wrinkled very, very easily. So this is something though that if you're saying that a hair salon that customizes hair systems and they specialize in it, probably shouldn't be an experience that you're having. So I would definitely go back to them and tell them that you're not satisfied. Next up, Sabani said, what conditioner do you use to deep condition it? And do you also use conditioner daily? So no, I don't use conditioner daily, and I've changed my wash pattern with my hair systems. I don't wash them every single day. What conditioner do I use to deep condition it? I've tried a couple different things. Number one, I use a Back to Natural color depositing conditioner, which I love. And then I've actually been trying Maxin by Hair Club, actually trying their conditioner, and I kind of like it. Olaplex is really, really great too. They make such amazing products. So check out Olaplex as well. Next up, Andre said this on my video, why I want to tear off my hair system. It was like maybe the 3rd, 4th, 5th video I ever made. And I was talking about some of the problems that I and maybe you will have while wearing a hair system. He said, you're overthinking things a bit much, bro. Try to remember to have a laugh and make light of things sometimes. I find that self-depreciation helps me release the pressure of constantly thinking every decision I make will be life-changing. So true, guys. With hair systems, I don't want you to feel like this is going to completely change your life and everything. Like you got to get it right, and if you don't, your life is over. It's not like that. You know, it's a journey, and you know, sometimes we just have to accept the humor and things not working. So you know, just be okay with that. Accept the journey, just like Andre says here. Next up is Drew. He says, love your videos, man. I'm a college student who just turned 20, and I look at all these guys around me in my frat class with full heads of hair and can't help but get down on myself. Just wanted to say your videos help me out a lot, knowing there's other dudes like us dealing with this crap. Anyways, my hair is getting bad to the point of no return, and I was hoping to get a hair system before I started balding too crazy and people would notice me going from patchy to a full head of hair. But what I'm really curious about is which hair systems feel the most real, and if when when you have a girl run her hands through your hair constantly, am I going to have to explain to her how I have a fake head of hair? So okay, a couple questions in here. First, which system feels the most real, and the strategy of like transitioning to a hair system? I think you should transition when you're ready to transition. I'm not going to tell you when exactly to do that, but if you want to do this, and especially and you're concerned about your college setting, just do it over the summer, one summer. If you don't feel comfortable telling people that you're wearing a hair system and that's what the change is, if some people ask, just say, hey, started using hair restoration products, and they'll probably assume it's Rogaine or something like that. You get to disclose how much information you want to, but as far as a girl running her hands through your hair constantly, or somebody running their hands through your hair constantly, here's the thing, eventually you're going to want to tell somebody that you're being close and intimate with, because you don't want to keep on hiding a secret. You don't want to feel like you're going to be found out. And if you are found out, what happens? You don't want to ask those questions to yourself. You want to know that it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal to you, and it shouldn't be a big deal to anybody else. What system is going to feel the most real? When it comes to brass tacks, I don't think anything is going to feel 100% like your natural skin. I think that there is going to be just always a way to slightly detect it. If someone is being that intimate, they're actually running their hands through your hair, eventually they're going to ask questions. The first time you might be able to get away with, ducking the question or making an excuse or saying, oh yeah, it's a scar or something like that. But long term, you're going to have to answer the question. Next up is Vicious Suspicious. He says, how long does a natural hair system last if you decide to sleep with it? Well, people wear hair systems for varying periods of time. Some people wear them only for a month. Some people wear them for 3 months, 4 months. Some people wear them for a year. I've talked to people that have done all of the above. Personally, I use my hair systems about 3 to 4 months, and I'm very aggressive on my usage. I sleep in them. I wear them every single day. I work out. I'm constantly moving. I'm outside, all that kind of stuff. And I find that they last for me 3 to 4 months. I could get more out of them, but they do start to look a little bit worn in, if you will. Mine right now is starting to look a little bit worn in, and I'm getting ready to install another unit. And then finally, we have Matt M's comment, which is go long on my video, best hair systems. These long hair styles are amazing. And this one right here, I said if I got over 300 likes on the video that I would actually get a long hair system, and I would try like a man bun, like what some guy in here does. So I think I'm going to do it, guys. I think I'm going to order a long hair system, and we're going to try a man bun just for style, just to see what it's like. So get ready for that. Get pumped for that. This is going to be fun. Thank you to Lord Hair for sponsoring this video and helping me answer some of the questions that you guys might be having. Remember, leave a comment below if you have a question. Upload a comment if you see something that you would like answered. It's more likely to be chosen in a future video. Like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you all soon.